Hello to our viewers. Welcome back to our channel Key to Band-Aid IELTS. Now we are in front of you with another video about task 2 in writing module. This task is helpful for both academic and general people because same kind of question is being asked for both the categories, for both the candidates. Now what happens in task 2? This is a task that holds around 60 to 70% of your marks for writing, because the first task holds a less amount of weightage, right? But task 2 has the weightage is more for task 2. So this task is very important, and you should at least minimum of 40 minutes you need to give to this task, because you need to put a lot of effort in this task. Firstly, what happens with the kids whenever there is a task in task 2? They read it, they just they attain the knowledge that is on the surface only. They do not concentrate on every single word that has been written in the question. This is where they lose bands and they do not score a 8 or 9 in their writing module. As I've already made a video on the band descriptors, that how to score 8 to 9, because it's not at all tough. If your task achievement is there, your coherence and cohesion is there, just you need to focus on your lexical resources and your grammatical mistakes, and you will be able to score a band of 9 or 8 in your writing. Because I've already told you about the letters. Yes, in our yesterday videos I've told how to write a letter. Letter is something that it's a very basic things that you need to write down. A situation is given to you and you'll write. But here in task 2, you will need your productive skills, you need good vocabulary, you need good ideas, you need to present it in a way that the examiner just feels the urge to read more comes in his mind, that yes, I need to read more about what the child has written in the exam or in the answer booklet, right? So you need to be very presentable for your task 2. What happens in task 1? In task 2, the question is there. Everyone told you need to write the introduction, right? Now let us tell you how to write the introduction, and further I'll be telling you about the BP1, how to write body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, conclusion, right? So before moving forward, I would like to request you all to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, share it with your friends. So let's get started. In this, for instance, we have a question over here. Many parents give jobs to their children to do around the house in order to develop their character and to make them self-sufficient. Now what they are talking? They are telling that the parents, they delegate some responsibilities or jobs that they need to do around the house. Like as a student, or if I'm just a beginner, I may get this question wrong. If you read it again, many parents give jobs. From give jobs, you'll be able to judge that the parents are giving some duties to their children. But if you are a beginner, from jobs and to their children to do around the house, the candidate must feel that the children are moving out of the house and they are performing a job around their house, like in the nearer areas where their house is located, like they are talking about this thing. But no, this is not the actual question. If you'll take this question in another direction of parents allowing their children to do job near their house, and it makes them self-sufficient and brings out their character, you are doing wrong. The whole task will move into another direction and the examiner will give you a 0 band on your task, because the examiner will feel that you have not actually read the question properly and you are not performing the task in an appropriate way. So you need to firstly understand the question. The question says many parents give jobs, like they are delegating some responsibilities to their children. That are the responsibilities like going out to the grocery store, or just going to pay the bills of the electricity bills, telephone bills, or just any other household active for the bill payments, or rather we can say just to we can say any other duties that usually parents give to their children, so that their character can be formed and they can be more self sufficient and efficient in their work life, because they already know about how to deal with the outer world. Like we will be talking about this in our head BP1 and BP2. But today, now what to write for the introduction? For the introduction, we follow these 3 hashtags. Like the first hashtag says neutral background statement. We need to give a neutral background statement. Do not directly jump into the introduction by telling that again use the synonyms. Some students do not use the words, do not use synonyms for writing an introduction, but always try to use complex sentences in your introduction, because directly writing down the question in the introduction will always the examiner will deduct your bands on it, because you have written the same thing. So before writing down about the question, give a neutral background statement. For this, like we are given about the parents that are working. Maybe the parents are working. We can say why parents are giving jobs to their children. So let's assume why parents are giving jobs, why they are delegating responsibilities. One assumption that I've made and I'm about to say about it is, like in the present era where both parents work, to make both ends meet, this adds on a vocabulary. Like parents in the present era, both mother and father are working. To make both ends meet means in this era of dearness means cost, like the things are so costly, right? So in this era, to make both ends meet, parents are working, so they are delegating. Another vocabulary word I have added, delegating responsibilities of the house in their children or on their children, right? They also, like if I read it again for you guys, in the present era where both parents work, to make both ends meet, comma, they also make sure to delegate certain responsibilities. Like certain means of specific ones. Obviously they are not telling about which responsibility, an important one or the silliest one, but we can use the word certain responsibilities among their children to help them be self-sufficient and to empower their individuality. So we have given the neutral background statement and we have paraphrased the question in a way that I have told that they are delegating the responsibilities and to make their children self-sufficient. I have used the same word again, but for the word character, I have picked the word empower their individuality, right? So let's move forward. Now they have asked, discuss this idea. Like I'll be talking about this thing in my BP1 and BP2 and give your opinion. If it is written, give your opinion, then comes I believe or I reckon, right? So what you will be writing? We will be writing, I believe that this practice, obviously this is the thing that we are doing, this practice has paved its way. Do not keep on writing leads to, this will help. No, pave its way, PAVE, pave its way to benefit both parents and our future generation, right? Again, do not use the word their children, because in the introduction itself we have used the word their children or their kids. Do not use the same words again and again. Rather tell them that it has benefited the parents and our future generation. Then comes this essay. Now we will be writing the following paragraphs will elaborate this idea. Right? This is how we need to write down the introduction. So now let's start with what to write for body paragraph 1. Now comes body paragraph 1. What to write in body paragraph 1? Like we have talked how to start, give a neutral background statement. Now comes what to write for body paragraph 1. So pick one thing out of this question and talk about it in the body paragraph 1. They are telling us that the parents give job to their children to do, like we'll be talking about the jobs that their parents are telling to their children, right, in the first paragraph, and how it is building up their character. This thing we need to write down for BP1, right? For BP2 we will be talking about self-sufficient. Okay, this is how you need to interrelate, how to plan your task, right? You need to plan your task in such a way that the examiner gets to know that yes, if obviously in task achievement, what I have told you, that you need to move it in an appropriate way. Do not go out of the box and add anything that is coming to your mind. Plan your task. This is where your planning will help you, that where to add which point, right? So for BP1, always start with to embark on. This is an appropriate form to start your body paragraphs, right? Usually this is an appropriate form to be used for body paragraph 1 actually. This is the perfect start. So you can write to embark on this exercise. As we have already talked in the first paragraph, we have used the word practice. Now we should write in like this exercise inculcate. Again I have used a different word of vocabulary. Like we have told they delegate, they give responsibilities to their children. You say this exercise inculcate a habit among the young minds. Again I have used another form of word for the word children. Okay, use such words, use synonyms. Don't keep on repeating your words. Like I'll be telling you how I've written. I've already practiced this task, and I've used different kind of words for children, parents. Do not keep on repeating. If you are repeating it, you are losing your bands. If you are using different words, you will be scored more for your grammatical range, right? For like this is written, a habit among the young minds to help their parents in their duties have also lessened the burden of the elders, right? Like I've told, like to embark on this exercise, inculcate a habit among the young minds to keep on helping their parents, and this exercise, this practice has lessened the burden of the elders of the house, right? Then to add, now we'll put a full stop over here, and then like let me write it here, lessened the burden on elders. Do not write parents again and again. right, that this practice has made a habit among the young minds to help their parents, and it has also lessened the burden on the elders of the house. Right, now write to add more. Add more. Do not write firstly, secondly, then comes firstly, secondly, because that we used to do in our exams for our higher secondary and secondary. This is not an exam. This is not a kind of like school exam, but it's an IELTS exam where you need to show your vocabulary, you need to perform well on your task achievement. You need to be and use a proper form of words to so that your task looks appropriate. Because in the room of 1,000 candidates where everyone is maybe writing about firstly, secondly, thirdly, be the one to have that extra spark in your paper, to show that extra spark in your paper, right? So what comes to add more? Say a father ask his son or daughter to look. Now again I have written say a father. I have not again used the word parents, right? I have used a technique that I will write about father now. Ask his son or daughter. Again, I have not used the word children or young minds, or I am not repeating the same word. Again, you got my point? Do not keep on repeating the words. To look after the payments. To look after the payments. Right? I am not again using the word delegating or something like this. I have changed my words to this thing, like son and daughter to look after the payments, right, of the bill every month, right, like for after the payments every month. Now you can add a reason. What will be the benefit for it? Because already we have talked that this habit will, this exercise will inculcate a habit among the children to help their parents, and also it will lessen the burden. We have given a reason for it. Now if we say like if a father has asked his daughter, his son or daughter to look after the payments, what will be the what will it lead to, right? It will lead to, like, this scenario will provide the child with the related knowledge and will also develop a sense of social well-being. This is how we write, right? Are you getting my point? Write a reason, write the a sentence, like what you feel, what are the benefits that are coming to your mind about this thing, then give reasons or what it will lead to. Okay, next comes, now again add, like we have already written to add more. Now comes furthermore. Okay, furthermore. Try adding an interrogative, like a question sentence over here. Okay, we need to add 5 types of sentence forms in our task. This is very important to score a band of 8. In our coming videos I'll keep on adding sentence forms, but this is, as it is our first video, I'm just giving you an overview how to write, how to use different forms of vocabulary, different words of vocabulary, how to fix synonyms, how to, like, what is the format, but what 5 sentences you need to add in every task, for especially in your task 2, that is complex sentences. Like you have something in your mind, one idea or 2 ideas are there, join them. Complex sentence means join them. Like this one is a complex sentence, like I've picked one thing and I've connected it with another, this becomes a complex sentence, as it does not has a full stop and the other line is starting all over again. No, I'm not writing it like this. This is a complex sentence because it has two ideas in it, right? Write down the second kind of sentence that you can add is one passive voice. Like such kind of sentences has should be in it, right? There can be conditional. Conditional means the sentence that starts with if, if. Add such kind of sentences. Question interrogative sentences are the one that has question in it, right? And the last one are subordinate clause. We will be in our further videos, we will be talking about these sentences and how to add them, but before that we need to learn how to write the task properly and in an appropriate form, because here we are in these videos we are talking about the lexical resources, grammatical, task achievement, right? Like I'm covering these things over here. The sentence forms comes in grammatical range. Already I've told you in a yesterday video, but it will come later when you will be very habitual with how to write, what to add and how to plan your task. Then only you can add the sentence forms. Before that it will be a little tough for you to add sentence forms in this initial stages, right? So in the end you can write furthermore, like I was here, furthermore, such situations where, now I'm writing like I'm just ending this paragraph like BP1, how I should end it, like such situations. Again I've changed the word into the scenario. I've used the word scenario in our introduction as well, or it was like in the present era. Now I can write in such situations where the offspring, again a synonym for children, fulfill the delegated task. Again jobs were used as tasked and delegated is a word that I'm using. I've been using it word in my videos, but I've not written it in the task. It means I'm writing this delegated word for the first time. Delegated task efficiently results into appreciation from parents, right? Furthermore, we are telling that how this whole scenario will lead into the world of appreciation. And now this is how we will end BP1. Now in BP2 we will be talking about the self-sufficiency. So let's move to the other part of the video. Now as I've already told you that in BP1 we have covered the word character already, like appreciation word has been there, like how they delegate, this lessens the burden on the elders, right? This brings a character, their well-being, because they are going out of the house and they are performing their duties, and this has also lead them appreciation within the house and from the outer world as well. This has resulted into a social well-being in a positive way, like social well-being in a positive way. Now what to write in BP2, because now we will be talking about self-sufficient, right? Now in BP2 how we can start, like for BP1 to embark on, and now for BP2 we can write what is more, right? This means what else we will be telling you in this paragraph. Okay, this is how you need to start. Now we have talked about parents, like father ask his or her son to pay the bills. Now we'll talk about mothers. Like we have seen that some mothers ask their daughters or children, you should write the word children or the youngers of the house, right? Their children to cook dinner, because this not only improve their culinary skills, like I'll be writing this down so that I can be more appropriate, I can be more clear to you guys. Like what is more, some mothers, right, ask their children, because I have not used the word children so far. I have been using young minds and offspring, or or I've used other words, but I have not used the word children. If you want, you can add another word here, but for now I have not used children, so I'll be writing children here. To cook dinner. To cook dinner. Now again, this is a kind of duty or a job that the mother is giving to their children. Now what this thing will lead to? This will lead to, like, this will improve their culinary skills, right? And this scenario, like, we can write, but also this will benefit them when they will move abroad for their higher education, which would indeed help parents to reach a no worrying state, because they know that their child can cook on their own. This is how we will be telling about mothers in BP2 and no worrying state, because they have learned this skill. They have now become self-sufficient. Okay, do you got my point, that how this thing has made them self-sufficient, right? So the next comes in BP2. What else we can write? Like, we have talked about 2 things in BP1. Now we need to write at least 2 things in BP2 as well, so that there is coherence and cohesion in our task. The paragraphs are of same length and the ideas are same. We are giving examples, we are giving the main idea, and then the reason that what it will lead to, what it will pave its way to. Pave its way, right? This idea paves its way to the culinary skills, that the kids, their culinary skills improve. Culinary skills are like cooking skills. This is a synonym I've used for the word culinary, is for cooking, right? Now whatever. Now what next we can write? This is like we have used what more. Now I will be writing an idea that has something opposite to talk about, like however, if a child fails, like, obviously you do not need to just give positive and positive. Write something that if they fail in accomplishing their task. If a child fails to accomplish a duty, again task is replaced with the word duty, the parents or the elders or the older generation, you can use the word, can help them and can boost confidence in them with some encouraging words. So this can be a win-win situation for both the cases, right? This will. Then you can cite an example for it. To cite an example, centralizing a work, like I would love to tell you, like, to cite an example, a person, you can talk about your own experiences, or hypothetically make a situation that a child really wanted to help wanted to help his father in his work, but he failed to do it, but he got a sense of appreciation from his father, that yes, he showed an initiative to work with his father and to help his father, because he felt that his father is old. You can talk about such situation, and you can say that this situation leads them, boosted a kind of confidence when his father appreciated him and really gave him a pat on his back, and this scenario leads to boosting in confidence in that person, in the child itself, that yes, you may fall, you may fail in some situations, but that doesn't mean that the world will stop or you cannot do that work again. Rather, parents encourage, like, that it will be a win-win situation, and this is how the situation will be like. The child got trust from his parents, and he got to know that yes, he has always got back of his parents. Like this you can talk in BP2, like for the word self sufficient. He'll get confidence, he'll know that how hard I can fail, but I know my parents are always there. Like this you can talk about in BP2. In conclusion, you need to write, like always, do not use a word in the nutshell, because it is an inappropriate form to use in IELTS exam. It is a kind of informal thing. Always use the word in conclusion for your conclusion part, and or to summarize, right? Use such words. You can say, it has been seen that juveniles, we can use the word juvenile for children as well, who help their parents in their work have proved to be more sensitive. Again, we are talking about the character. They are now sensitive. And efficient task holders. Efficient means they do everything with a effective way, in an effective manner. They always plan first. Efficient is a word that means the person is planning and then he is doing his task. Like task holders. Again, I've used the word duties. I've been, the other word for it is used, task holders. Now, the end. Mark a full stop over there. This is how you need to conclude. Do not introduce any new idea in your conclusion, because that will deduct your bands. And always summarize your whole task. Whatever you have written, do not write it down again, but write a crux about what you have already given. Like I have said, that the children or the juveniles that are helping their parents becomes more sensitive, right? Sensitive for character. They are sensitive, they know how that their parents need them, they need to help them, and because already, like, this means that they are always there for their parents, right? It brings a character out of this word, sensitive. And then efficient is for that they always plan, they are self-sufficient, they know how to do things, and they are efficient task holders. Whatever the task is given to them, they efficiently do it. This is how you need to plan your task and then decide what to write in BP1, what to write in BP2. Like I've picked 2 sections and then I've discussed those sections with valid reasons behind it, and I've cited an example in BP2, and then in the conclusion I've given a summary of whatever. I've used different vocabulary words like connectors. I've used what is more, furthermore, to add more, like this. And for introduction, use neutral background statement. There should be, like, you should paraphrase the question in a way that you use synonyms, and you should use 5 types of sentences for your task 2. We will be teaching you about the 5 types of sentences every time we are up with another task, right? So that you get habitual. Firstly, you need to be you need to practice how to write down, how to plan your task. This is our main focus for now. In our coming videos, we will be telling you how to score a total of 8 bands. So this is me, Gunveet, signing off for today. Bye bye.